Hey guys, welcome to Twin Flame Truth TV. And Alhari, Twin Flame alchemist, writer, teacher, and coach. And in today's episode, I'd like to talk about physical obstacles, obstacles in quotes, because as we'll see, they aren't really obstacles at all. And this would also include the death of your twin flame. So by physical obstacles, what I mean is, and these are so common, I think almost all twin flame um, relationships, stories of like me, my students, my teachers, my teacher students, everyone's I've ever heard almost have some form of a physical obstacle. Now, if yours happens not to, don't freak out. That doesn't mean you're not twin flames. There's no all or nothing with this. It's just, this is very, very, very common. And there's a reason for that. But first, before I get into the reason, I'm going to go over some of the common physical obstacles that seem to exist amongst twin flames. Physical obstacles can include things such as, obviously physical distance, like your very long distance, like one of you lives on one continent, one lives on another continent. That would be physical distance obstacle, right? Another one would be if you guys are, if the twin flames are two separate races or two different religions, when that would really matter to people, like, families and stuff like that. There's a lot of cultures where things like that matter. So, things, that could be an obstacle, so to speak, right? Based on physical things. Another thing would be if, say both twin flames are the same sex and neither of them had been gay before, or both twin flames are the opposite sex when one or both have been gay before, right? Because gender is also a physical thing. Let me think of another one. I'm trying to think. Oh, and yes, of course, death. If one of the twin flames is no longer physically here and, have crossed over, passed over into, out of physical form. Obviously, that is more of an obstacle in terms of being able to come together physically. But in terms of what the twin flame journey is really about, and it's not about coming together physically, it's really not an obstacle either. So, having said all of that, basically an obstacle is anything that, in the physical world that you can look and see and feel and touch and hear that would preclude you from even considering being with this person. It would make or break any other relating experience. Oh, another common one. Sorry, I forgot. One or both are married or in other relationships. Another physical obstacle, right? So these things are very common with twin flames. Why are they so common with twin flames? Well, they're really common with twin flames because twin flames. Remember, it's not about the physicality. Anything, like I always say, everything going on in the physical world is an illusion. That includes any perceived obstacles, right? They happen because it shows that your soul is so much stronger. It's no match for anything in the physical world at all. Your soul will overcome and surpass and transcend anything that can physically possibly be considered an obstacle, right? And yes, that even includes the death of a twin flame. So, how does this happen? So this happens. How does it overcome it? Because really, you're doing the work. You're doing the work of your soul. The twin flame journey is not about anything physical. It's about your soul. And then after that's all done, then physically, your soul can bring you two together and you can be together physically should you choose. And it's funny because when that happens, your soul works it out. Your soul, you should see some of the stories. There's you would think how would I know people twin flames who have met, say, online, right? Only online. And they live on opposite ends of the world. And they go through that whole thing online. They go through the whole, soul recognition and then the whole build up and just through communicating online. And then all of a sudden, then the one starts ghosting the other one and disappears from online, right? And won't talk to them. And the other one feels just as shattered and devastated as if they had been in person. But that just goes to show it doesn't matter because soul is the strongest energy. And that energy transcends any kind of boundary, right? So even though they were only communicating through, the internet, Wi-Fi online, their soul still felt that connection, and it still had the soul recognition. And the soul, physical things don't matter. This is not a journey of physicality. That's why I always say that. And so, like, they go through the work, and one of them goes through the work, and then next thing you know, that other one comes back online. And then the other one starts talking to them. Then the other one flies to wherever the other one is to meet them in person and to see them. And then they finally get together. Your soul will make it work. I don't care how astronomical or how crazy or almost impossible any kind of physical situation seems to be, your soul will make it work. That includes, if families don't, approve of your twin flame and everything. It's so amazing how that just kind of just goes away. Because as you're doing the work within yourself, within your soul, you get to a point, caring about all of that, what other people think, is fear-based energy. That's all fear-based energy. So, as you balance out within yourself, you just no longer even care. It's not even an issue anymore for you. So that's it. The soul works it all out. Believe me, the soul works out for the highest good of all concerned, and the highest good of everyone is to be with their twin flame always. That doesn't mean you have to be. It does not mean you have to be. You're not condemned or doomed to a life of complete and utter craziness or sadness or despondency if you are not with your twin flame, if you choose not to be, as long as you do the inner work. Because really the inner work is about being whole within yourself, with your soul. And so you really are with your twin flame, because your twin flame is not that physical being, remember. Your twin flame first and foremost is your soul, which is what you are, is your soul. Now, I just want to address this thing with if your twin flame has, no longer here in physical form, has died, has passed over. I get a lot of questions about this. And yes, there's nothing you can do. Obviously, you're not going to be able to, bring them physically back from the dead, but the same work needs to happen, because you were on this twin flame journey for a reason. That reason for everyone, even if your twin flame is in physical form, is not to be with your twin flame physically as the reason. Remember, the reason is to get through this journey, to align closer to your soul, to your true self, so you get to know and understand and love yourself with true unconditional love. That's what this journey is about. And so if you're on this journey and then your twin flame dies, well, guess what? You had soul recognition at that time for a reason. You don't need your physical form of your twin flame to do the work. You can do the work and still feel amazing. And I know, yes, you're going through extra grief with that and even more soul-shattering pain. But you do the work and you will surpass that pain. You will overcome that pain just like everyone else on the twin flame journey who has their twin flame still physically, incarnated. And like I said, many of those people don't even choose to be with their twin flame. And they're so happy. They're happy and content and whole. And you will be happy and content and whole as long as you do the work. 'Cause that's what this work's about. It's about getting happy, content, whole, and complete, and loving yourself and being enough for yourself and knowing you are everything. And then, if your twin flame's around physically, the twin flame can come in. But only at that point. But by that point, you're in meh and you don't really care. You care, but you don't really, you don't want them like you do. You don't need them like you feel like you do. It's not like that. It's, that's the paradox. That's the paradox. You get to that energetic space where you feel you are enough and you are whole and complete. And you don't need anyone else. And at that point, many times other people are magnetized in too. And other people start dating other people that aren't even their twin flames, because they're so resonant with their true soul vibration as well. So anyway, I hope that helped explain things about physical obstacles. I know they can seem insurmountable. Oh, another one. I was just going to say what mine was. Mine was a huge age difference. Age difference is a huge, big one too. I can't believe I forgot that one, because that was mine. Age difference. If twin flames, there can be I've worked with twin flames who are 30 years age difference. So yeah, that's another one. So anything that's physical would be looks, beliefs, age, gender, sexual orientation, all that kind of stuff is all physical. Physical location, obviously. So, don't be discouraged by any kind of physical obstacle. There is no obstacles. Your soul is a miracle. Your soul is perfect. Your soul has everything. It can do anything. It can surpass anything that's physical. It's no match for your soul. Please believe that. That is so true. And I mean, the stories, I mean, the things I've seen, it's just, it's miraculous. It's mind blowing. It's miraculous. And it's just, you'll just love it. It happens. So if you would like help doing this, I have a limited number of spaces, very few still available in my Magnetize Your Twin Flame coaching program. It's a 6-week program designed to help you overcome all of your awful feelings, your pain, your obsessive thoughts, and physical obstacles, and to shift closer into alignment with your soul and magnetize your twin flame back into your physical life so you can choose to be with them on your terms, should you want that, or not, because you'll still feel great regardless, because that's the whole point of this journey, is for you to feel awesome and great. And you do this by three things: being out of your mind so that you're no longer controlled by those obsessive thoughts. Then when you do that, you're able to work and identify with your soul energy, which you can then work with to shift closer into alignment with your soul, which is also your twin flame. Remember, you're both your soul. You're both not these physical bodies. You're both your soul. And then as you do that, you can then work to balance out the fear-based push-pull energy that exists between you. And that is keeping you physically apart, and then your soul can bring you back together physically. Obviously, if your twin flame has died, that's not going to happen at that point. But still, you balance out that fear-based energy regardless, and I mean, you still feel just as good as anyone else whose twin flames are here, which is meh, which is meh. And then so just those are the three things you have to do, and that's exactly what I teach step by step in my coaching program. And it's helped thousands of twin flames have loving relationships with each other, or not. Many choose not to, like I said. But the choice is yours. The point is, you are in charge. That's self-love. You are in charge, you, of your life. And so this really puts you in charge. It's empowerment, guys. It's amazing. It's awesome, and it's beautiful. Power is love, believe it or not. And so you will never feel like more in control of your life and like everything going on around you, because every area of your life also totally improves when you do this, because your soul, you're trusting and loving yourself more, which is your soul, and you allow your soul to bring in more things into more areas of your life that truly are in alignment with your true passions, your true desires, and your true soul's purpose. So if you would like to try to see if you're a good fit for my program, I will put the link below the video, and you can just click that and we can see if you're a good fit. It's a free call, and even if you're not a good fit, the call is awesome as well. So definitely do that, and I will see you in the next episode of Twin Flame Truth TV. Thanks for watching. Lots of love.